bumpy and challenge. Drive safe. I need you back in the cruise ship in one piece.
All right.
It's day 3 of my travel agent cruise, and we are docked in Cozumel. Now, everyone who knows me knows that I love ATVs. I have to do an ATV in every country that I go to. It is a non-negotiable for me. My first time in Cozumel, I spent it doing a hotel inspection. So this time, I actually wanted to do something fun. Now, once we got there, we had to give the guide some medical information on us just in case of an emergency. Because we were so far, he told us that it would be an hour and a half to an hour 45 minutes before someone could get to us.
And please, just be honest with yourself, because in case we don't have any important information about it, you can be the ones in risk in the middle of the jungle for almost an hour and a half to an hour and 40 minutes. Are we agree? Yes. Thank you so much.
Once we were done with the health briefing, we were all given green bandanas, and we had to put our belongings in lockers if they were too big to be carried on our backs. They did do a quick tutorial for those who have never ridden ATVs before, and then we were on our way. Out of all of the countries and all of the courses that I've been on with ATVs, I will say that this was the best course that I've done, hands down. It was so much fun. Just the right amount of mud, the right amount of rocks, the right amount of hills. It was a blast. I had fun. But after this course, I will never, ever, 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 ever wear biker shorts on an ATV ever again. And no, it's not because I got dirty. That's to be expected.
Look at my legs. What the heck? Oh my god. So my Apple Watch thinks that I'm working out, but I'm really riding ATVs. But I'm gonna go with it because my heart rate is up. Okay? Alright.
And it's not because I almost got into several accidents due to the wife of the man in front of me. She kept stopping abruptly for absolutely no reason, causing us to almost get into accidents. But no, that is not the reason either. Now, before I get into the reason why I will never wear biker shorts on an ATV ever again, halfway through our ATV tour, we stopped at a cenote. Now, it was not the Jade Cavern cenote that was advertised with our ATV package. Unfortunately, Jade Cavern is closed for the foreseeable future due to people wearing sunscreen in those natural pools, which over time causes harm to the water. So they have to close the cenote to let nature do its thing for about a year or two, and then they'll reopen it to the public. So apparently, if you walk 15 minutes that way, you can go to Jade Cavern.
Something happened up there. I don't know what happened.
Now, I have never encountered a traffic jam in the jungle, but it turns out those who were on the Jeep tour ended up getting a flat tire, so they were kind of stuck out there for a little while. Alright, the moment you've been waiting for. The reason why I will never wear biker shorts on an ATV ever again. I'm about to show you how we got to drive through a cave. Now, in this little cave bridge underwater thing, there were mud puddles, right? And we had to drive through the mud. Now, as we were driving through the mud, our bikes would start to overheat and stall. Now, I don't know if the water was hot or it was because the bikes were hot and the water in turn was getting hot from the bikes being hot. But as I drove through that water, my legs got burnt the fuck up. So please be warned to turn down your volume, because in this next clip, I will be screaming.
Use your brakes.
Oh my god!
Did you grab the gears on you? Yeah.
It's smoking.
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Body die?
I burnt myself. Yeah. That was hot. That hurts.
Aguántame, tengo moto parada acá. Aguántame, tengo moto parada.
Now, as you can see, that man did not give a fuck about the fact that I burnt my legs and that the machine was smoking and burning the fuck out of me. I told him it was smoking. He said, don't worry about it. What do you mean, don't worry about it? And crazy enough, that wasn't the last big, huge puddle that we went through like that. The very, very, very last hurrah was going through this big, huge puddle, and the same thing happened. Now, the mud wasn't hot this time, but the steam coming off of my ATV was burning my legs up as I was going through the mud. Now, again, turn your volume down because I'm about to be screaming my head off.
Man, look at all the smoke coming off our vehicles. These shit's overheating. I keep burning myself. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm literally burnt right now.
I didn't know I was going to have to bring another chance to go.
This is ridiculous.
Now, you know I had to buy these pictures once I looked at them and saw the smoke coming off my damn ATV. I'm just glad that I didn't blow up. Once we got off of our ATVs, we showered off and did a little tequila tasting.
Mango. Yes. The mango was not good. Too syrupy. Okay, I'll try the chocolate one.
Try the chocolate.
It don't taste like syrup.
Yeah, that's the best one out of all.
We then got on the bus to head to Playa Mia to spend the rest of the afternoon. Playa Mia had several pools. They had a beach. They even had one of those like water jungle gym things, the inflatable things in the middle of the ocean. I don't know what that's called, but it looks fun. Now, I wasn't getting in the water. I was hungry, so I went to the buffet and got me something to eat. I want to say that the buffet was $20. I don't remember, but of course, it was all you can eat for the time that you were there, and then your soft drinks were included. If you wanted alcohol, you had to go to the bar and pay extra, but I didn't want no alcohol. I just wanted to eat because I was hungry. I did not eat before I got off the boat. And once we were done at Playa Mia, we got back on the bus to head back to the dock, and we got back on the ship. Now, what I thought was so cool was as we were getting back on, they had like a Soul Train tunnel party thing going on to welcome us back onto the boat. Now, that may have been the end of my shenanigans in Cozumel, but it was not the end of my shenanigans on the ship. Now, for night 3, we had a masquerade party sponsored by Allianz, but first, we had dinner at the Teppanyaki restaurant on board.
Wow! Yeah! Wow! Yeah!
That's my dessert, but I didn't record my dinner. All I had was chicken and shrimp and rice. But here is footage from the masquerade party. Yay! After the party, we went to the theater to watch the show Elements, and then we went back to the room.
Okay, so remember how I was ranting and raving last night about how they put the tag on my wine bottle and it was a great perk? Why they lost my wine bottle? They lost it. So I ended up getting a free glass of wine, and then they gave me a pretty much almost full wine bottle. So now I got a whole new bottle of wine. So I hope they don't lose this one.